If you ask world champion Carlos Mortensen, he'll probably tell you, poker is all about the bluffing. Well, while bluffing is definitely an integral part of your overall strategy, I mean, that's not all there is to it. First of all, you got to figure out, who do you bluff? Think about that for a second. How you can bluff an amateur? An amateur doesn't even know what he has, let alone he's going to try to figure out what you've got now. How about the maniac? You don't want to get involved with these guys. You trap maniacs. You don't try to bluff them. The guys you want to bluff are the rocks, the weak and the timid. There's more than one way to bluff. You can try a desperate, stone-cold bluff on the river when you've got absolutely no hand. Or you can use a trick that the pros like to use, called the semi-bluff. Think about it for a second. Let's say you have 2 hearts in your hand. 2 hearts come out on the board, giving you a flush draw. Well, that's a pretty strong hand. You're going to call a bet, right? Why not bet yourself? This gives you 2 ways to win. If you bet and nobody calls, you win the pot right there. If you bet and somebody does call, oh well, now it's just time to hit your flush and win an even bigger pot. I see far too many rookies throwing out that desperation bet on the river thinking that's the only way they can win. But that's not how you bluff. You gotta set up a bluff early in the hand. It's like telling a story. You don't just throw a bet out on the river with no rhyme or reason. If you're telling a lie, you gotta tell it right. You know why position is so important in Texas Hold'em? I'll tell you why. Bluffing. When you get to see what your opponents do before you have to act, you get so much more information that you can use against them. Think about it. Your opponent checks, he's either trapping you or he's got nothing. It's your job to figure out which one it is. This is no time to get cute. There's too many people in the pot to try bluffing wildly when there's so many people that could hit the flop. Yeah, when you're up against one guy, sure you can bluff, especially if he checks to you. But with 4 guys in a pot, come on, man. You can't bluff everybody. So why would you ever show a bluff? I'll tell you why. There's nothing sweeter than taking a pot off a guy with absolute rags and then showing it to him as he throws his hand in the muck. It'll send him on complete tilt for the rest of the session. And everybody else at the table, they'll get to see that you're willing to bluff, you might have the nuts, they'll never be able to figure you out.